It's time for us to wake up, Israel, first and foremost. We know it's election time. We know all these other nations voting for their nation. We know all these other blind Israelites who ain't woke up to the truth yet, thinking they're making a wise decision by feeding into these politics, man. The only politics we need, the only government we need, is these law, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
These law, statutes, and commandments, they hold the infrastructure and the answers to show the love and the reverence to our God that we need to be led out of captivity. Without that, we got nothing. I know y'all heard the saying, without love, you got nothing. Without these laws, we got nothing. And we got to understand that, man. Bring out the first precept.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 17.
Bring it out.
I love them that love me.
Said what?
I love them that love me. And those that seek me early shall find me.
So those who are in this captivity searching for answers, they going precept upon precept. They are keeping the Sabbath. We're going to find those answers when it matters. Those who think they got tomorrow, thinking they got time to hit the club on the Shabbat, thinking they got time to go out with their friends instead of keeping the Shabbat, being in their Bibles, repenting, those are going to be the ones who are left abandoned. Those are going to be the ones that are left blind. They're going to have their arms stretched out and extended in the daytime. They're going to be blind. They're going to be walking the street like zombies, man. Right. We see it now. We in captivity still, and we see it now. His brothers don't got a clue what's going on.
That's right.
We can't be led astray no more, man. We got to wake up. Bring that next precept out for me.
Come. This is the book of 1 John, chapter 5, verse 3. For this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous.
We had a brother tell us that it was hard to keep the Shabbat. Me as hard-headed as I am, it's one thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to give an extra effort to keep the Shabbat, be with my brothers and gather on these holy days. It's not about, oh, if you're going to do everything and never mess up. It's about you got to repent. We all was there once. We all had a time where it was tough for us. You got to have integrity, King. You got to rise above all that BS. It's always going to be an oppressor. It's always going to be somebody trying to keep you away from the Most High. It's always going to be somebody trying to keep you away from keeping the law. It's what you do after that. We out here, we facing devils and demons, liars.
That's right.
It's people who prepared to put us into captivity. They prepared. They made a plan to lead us astray. We got to be better. We got to do better. In order for us to do that, we got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Go and bring that next precept out for me.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 21. Keep yourselves in the love of God.
Keep yourselves in the love of God. And what I get from that is you got to keep yourself in this Bible. And you got to keep yourself in this law. Because when you keep yourself in this law and you meditate on these scriptures day and night, that's you staying in love with the Most High.
That's right.
That's you showing your love and reverence to the Most High. If you can't say you love God, but you ain't keeping his commandments, the way you keeping your commandments and you keeping these laws and you praying, that's how you show that you love the Most High. You got to stay in that love. Keep going.
Looking for the mercy of our Lord, H.O.I, unto eternal life.
So you got to keep looking for that mercy. Because a wise man, he's going to fall, but he's going to get back up. We're not going to stay down forever, Israel. We got to know that.
Come.
Come while you call, you got to rise and endure. We got to endure this pain, this oppression. We got to endure the struggle, the famine, the wars, these damn elections. We gotta endure all these things.
That's right.
We gotta pick ourselves back up. Ain't nobody gonna pick Israel up but us. These brothers standing next to us. These brothers that are doing the mighty work of the Most High God, Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Those are the brothers who gonna pick the nation up.
Right.
Not the brothers who spending all their money and all their time dealing with these other nations, hoping and praying for some type of acceptance. You got to have your brothers accept. You got to have the Most High accept you. Right. That's what matters in these times, man. That's what's going to play a part in this unity, man. You got to look for the acceptance of the Most High. Because the Spirit is going to test the Spirit with the Spirit. Are you keeping these laws? Are you doing all you can to show the Most High that you love Him? In order to do that, you got to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. We got to keep going. We ain't going to stop now. Keep going.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 4.
1 John 3 and 16.
Salakia. This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 verse 16.
Bring it out.
Hereby perceive we the love of God, because He laid down His life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for the brethren.
That's right.
That's enough said right there. The Most High, He brought His Son here to lay His life down for us. He died for our sins, our trespasses.
That's right.
We are placed on this earth to do the exact same thing. I know all these brothers out here, we are willing to lay our life down for the Most High.
That's right.
Doing the work, keeping these commandments. We're not going to go against the Most High scriptures. We're not going to go against our laws that the Most High has gave us, that we adopted. He gave us these laws to keep. He gave us these commandments to follow and meditate on these scriptures day and night. We got to keep going.
That's right.
They're gonna threaten our lives. They're going to imprison us. Just like they did before. They're going to imprison us and put us in chains. We can't switch up then.
That's right.
It's going to come a time they're going to see us all as terrorists. All as terrorists because we preaching His word. It's going to be that, and then when that time comes, these brothers out here and me as well, we're going to stand tall. We're going to do what we got to do. We're not laying down. We're going to stand up and hold our head up high. We're going to keep these commandments. Because that's how we got to show the Most High that we love Him. Yeah.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 1.
Bring it out.
I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
We got to understand that. There's brothers out here who don't understand that precept. As simple and as plain upon tables as it is, there's brothers who don't understand that precept. You have to present your bodies as a living sacrifice.
Right.
We got to make these sacrifices daily, days on end. We make these sacrifices for our families, for our wicked bosses, breaking our backs, for our homeboys, our friends. We making all these sacrifices, sacrificing our time, our well-being. But his brothers out here won't do that for the Most High. His laws aren't grievous. His laws aren't going to kill us. Yet they'll grant us the life, the eternal life. They're going to give us the eternal life, the salvation that we need in this time. So why is our nation straying away from those type of things? It's because we've been tricked, man. We've been tricked and we've been cursed with confusion. It's brothers out here who don't know which way to go. There's brothers out here, they'll turn down an honest job to go sell drugs still.
Right.
I don't understand that. Because I've been there and I know what come with it. I've been there. It's brothers who have the easy route to do the right thing. They got family members who will love them and provide everything they ever need so they can just do the right thing.
That's right.
And those be the brothers that get caught in these crazy cases, man. Those be the brothers who get caught in the street doing Lord knows what because they don't want the easy route. They don't want to just do the right thing, man. They don't want to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments. Everybody grew up with a Bible in their household, because I know I have.
Right.
It's brothers who don't want to open up that Bible.
That's right.
But they want to turn on the PlayStation. They want to play with guns. And we've seen so many times these little kids playing with guns and killing themselves, man.
Yeah.
But they won't touch a Bible.
Right.
That's because we've been led astray. I got grandparents, man. I got family members. They go to church every Sunday. They don't skip a beat every Sunday. They don't know how to love God. That's crazy, man.
Come.
That's crazy. It's time for us to wake up, man. Bring out that precept for me, King. You got it?
This is the book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 15.
Bring it out.
Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
So all y'all saying y'all love the Most High. All y'all saying y'all love. We ask so many people, do they love God? And they all tell us the same answer. Then when we tell them, how do you love God? Love is an action word. You gotta know how to do it. I can't ask nobody, do they know how to fix a car, and they blindly say yes. Okay, how you gonna fix on the car, man? Give me the steps. Where's your instructions?
God,
we've been blessed with the instruction manual how to love God.
That's right.
We were blessed with this sword. This Bible, these scriptures is how you love God. So don't tell me blindly that you know how to love God and you know deep down in your heart that you don't have those answers. Right. Be a man, swallow your pride, close your mouth, open your ears and listen, and you will be granted that wisdom. You'll be granted those answers that you need to love God. Because that's all we out here trying to do, man. We're trying to wake up this nation. Our people, the Israelites, you so-called American blacks, you Negroes, whatever they like to call us, you Native Seminole Indians, you Native Americans, whatever they like to call y'all, you Hispanics, man, y'all brothers are mighty.
That's right.
Some of the mightiest brothers that I know. It's time for us to wake up. It's time for us to come together and unify. Because ain't nobody else is going to do it. We can't wait on no white man to save us, man. We can't wait on no Donald Trump to pick us up, man. He ain't got the answers for our nation. He ain't got the instruction manual. His people and him was not blessed with this covenant, man. I don't care how many dollars he got. He wasn't blessed with what we've been blessed with. It's time for us to use this blessing to free our nation, man. Go ahead and bring the next precept out.
This is the book of John, chapter 15, verse 19. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you.
If you was of this world, man, we'll be sitting up high, man. We wouldn't have to struggle, see our people be shot down in the street every damn day. If we was of this world, we wouldn't have to work these terrible jobs and have another person telling us what to do, giving us crumbs to where we don't even know if we can make rent next month. But we didn't work 70, 80 hours a week. We didn't picked up so much overtime, we barely seeing our kids and our families.
That's right.
That's crazy, man. If we was of the world, they'd love us. This world don't love our people, never have, and they never will.
Right.
That's because the Most High chose us out of this world. So why are we trying to stay in it? Why are we trying to live in it and bask in it? We can't be one of those people no more. We can't be one of those nations that just follow these weird, wicked customs that we don't even understand. I don't know about y'all, but Halloween was even crazier this year. I seen people keeping Halloween for a week straight, and I don't understand why. They bought a costume for every day of the week. They've been keeping Halloween since the 23rd. I'm not scared, I'm just a little puzzled of why y'all doing that. Y'all can't keep the Sabbath one day of the week, but y'all kept Halloween for a week straight.
Bring that out.
I don't understand it. Leading your kids astray, man. Using your kids. It don't make no sense, man. I love my daughters to death. I would never do such a thing.
That's right.
I would never do such a thing, man. It's time for us to show each other how to love God. We got to be led out of this captivity, but nobody's going to take us out but the Most High God. He just waiting on us. He got the power to do whatever. He waiting on us. Do we got the power to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments? Is what he's waiting on.
Right.
You got the next precept? You got it, King?
Con. This is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 23.
Bring it out.
Then H.O.I answered and said unto him, If a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will make Salakia, and we will come unto him and make our abode with him.
So if the Most High God love us, he's going to be living within us. You'll see it when a brother walk, when he talk, in his everyday life. You will see it, how our people will live out here, man. It wouldn't be so many of us strung out on these crazy drugs, man, if we love the Most High.
That's right.
It wouldn't be so much of us shooting and killing each other if we love the Most High. That's the source of everything. We got to have reverence for the Most High God Yahweh and keep his commandments the best way we can.
Right.
We got to present our bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable. We got to stray away from all this sin, all these customs made by men, all these weird philosophies. We got to get away from these things, man. It's a lot of brothers, they feel like they know how to think. They know how to have an idea that they got all the answers in the world. That's not the way it works. Because a brother who knows something knows he knows nothing at all.
That's right.
You got to come to the Most High God knowing nothing at all. Let all this worldly stuff go. Come to the Most High as an infant would. You got to keep this word with you and grow with it. Even you Israelites who know y'all Israelites, man, you got to keep this word and grow in it, man. As soon as you get the Bible, man, his brother's going to read the whole Bible in one day and then just instantly start convicting people. You got a lot of work to do, King. It's okay to be zealous, man. Don't be overzealous in his word, man. Don't go out there trying to fight battles that you can't win. We got to unify. We got to gather each other together.
That's right.
Show each other that love, man. Don't be that individual, man. Don't feel like you're too prideful to be with your brothers and show a brother love. But as soon as it comes to these gangs, it's they 100 deep. Come to these gangs, they 100 deep, thousands of them. Y'all can stand on one accord to do wicked things, but y'all can't stand on one accord to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Something that's pure. Something that's fulfilling. It don't matter how many gangs, how much money, that stuff is never going to fill you up, man. You're going to always be looking for the next one. Them drugs was never going to fill y'all up, man. Y'all going to be looking for the next drink, the next blunt, or whatever, the next joint, the next pill. Y'all going to be looking for it. This word is all I need, man.
That's right.
This word is all we need to wake up. It's going to fill us up and give us the life that we've been looking for.
That's right.
You got that for me? Bring that out, King. 23.
This is the book of Luke. This is the book of Luke, chapter 14, verse 26.
Bring it out.
If any man come to me and hate not his father and mother and wife and children and brethren and sisters, yeah, and his own life also, he cannot be my disciple.
And for those who read that precept, man, make sure you listen and understand that precept. You gonna have parents who out here voting for Kamala Harris and Trump, man. You gonna have sisters and brothers eating pork, going to church on Sunday, not keeping the Shabbat, not keeping the Sabbath.
That's right.
They ain't gonna be with you on these holy days.
That's right.
I know it for a fact because I'm going through it. I know it for a fact because I go through it every day. It's just you. And even you yourself is going to be times where you're tempted. You got to go against yourself to show the Most High God that you love him. And if those who saying you ain't got to do so, that means you never have, because I am a living testimony. You got to go against yourself to keep the Most High in your mind.
That's right.
Keep these scriptures in your life. Show the Most High God that you love him. You got to go against your own self, man. Forget your mama, forget your pops, your grandma, you know, all these other, you got to go against you got to look yourself in the mirror and say, I can't do that. I can't deal with you today, bro. I know you want to drink before you go into this job. I know you want a blunt because you ain't smoked in how long because you trying to do the right thing. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, not today, bro.
Not today.
We can't do it today. This brother over here tripping, man. I want to bust this brother upside the head so bad.
Right.
You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, I can't do it. That's my brother. That's my blood. As much as I want to, you know what I mean? You got to go against yourself to show the Most High God that you love him. That's one of the craziest things. That's a good scripture, man. I read it all the time. Because this book holds so many answers to so many questions in my life. So many questions that we all ask each other every day. All we got to do is open that Bible and meditate on these scriptures and go precept upon precept. It'll show you how to love the Most High God. It'll show you how to love your brother. It's time to wake up, Israel. You got it? Bring it up.
Still new.
This is the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 22.
Bring it out.
That ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts.
It's time for you to put that old man away. That old man that's dwelling in you gotta die. Let that old man wither away, man. It's time for you to wake up and become a new person. A new person, a commandment keeper. A strong warrior, a serviceman of the Most High. And his son H.O.I. It's time for us to do the right work, man. I know a lot of brothers who put in a lot of work in a lot of wicked ways. It's time for you to do the right work.
That's right.
It's time for you to wake up.
Come.
It's time for you to keep these commandments. These law, statutes, and commandments, man, every day. Put your work in. Put your brick in. So you can show the Most High God that you love him. Bring that precept out for me.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 12.
Bring it out.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and with trembling.
It's time for us to work out our own salvation, man. It's a lot of brothers out here who always ask that question. How am I supposed to believe in something I can't see? And it's a lot of brothers who asking that question, believing a lot of wicked things that they don't even know what's, man, it's crazy. When you can see love. You can see somebody who show you that love, man. That's one thing I stand on is brotherly love, because I want to keep all the law, statutes, and commandments, and I got to love my brothers. Because my brothers I can see every day. And the words say, how can you love me who you never seen, but you don't love your brother you see every day? That don't make no sense to me, man. That don't make no sense. We living in the times after the hanging of H.O.I, or the crucifixion of what we was taught, but after the hanging of H.O.I, the Messiah not here walking these streets every day with us. So it's time for us to go harder. It's time for us to be the living sacrifice. The holy sacrifice was already made. It's time for us to be the living sacrifice. It's time for us to make our payment. It's time for us to cash in our payment, man. We got to make our payment back. This the grace period to make your payment back. Don't be confused and think that the grace period to make this payment back mean that you ain't got to pay nothing back. It's a lot of Christians feel like they ain't got to pay nobody back for all the sins they committed. You gonna pay.
That's right.
Don't wait till the end to pay, man. Repent now.
That's right.
Keep these commandments now. Do the work now. Make cash in your payment now. It's time for you to wake up. Bring that last precept out for me, man. This is old reliable right here. Bring it up.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13.
Bring it out.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man.
We all know it. And it's time for us to live it, man. We got to fear the Most High. We got to show the Most High we love him. We got to keep his commandments. That's all we was created for, is to do so.